The middleweight neo-retro segment may be heading toward its next major shakeup, with Honda reviving the Super 4 Legacy and Kawasaki reportedly preparing a four-cylinder Z400RS. The timing for Yamaha to expand its XSR lineup into the 400 cubic centimeters class appears more strategic than ever. Industry insiders suggest Yamaha is quietly monitoring the emerging competition, preparing to reassert its presence in the retro heritage arena. Honda recently unveiled the CB500 Super 4 at the Chongqing Motor Show, marking the return of a nameplate that once defined the gold standard of refined four-cylinder middleweights. This revival signals that Honda is not only revisiting its iconic past, but may also be preparing a CB400 Super 4 version for global markets. This will be the main reason for the launch of the XSR400. Honda's CB500 Super 4 presentation on September 19th was more than a nostalgic gesture. It was a calculated move. The bike blends retro cues from Honda's upcoming CB1000F with modern equipment, creating a bridge between classic design and contemporary engineering. The 502 cubic centimeters inline-four engine produces around 80 horsepower, and the inclusion of Honda's second-generation e-clutch system underscores the company's ambition to modernize its heritage lineup without compromising ease of use. Beneath its classic styling, the CB500 Super 4 sits on a steel frame with an inverted fork, monoshock, and aluminum swing arm. Honda emphasizes daily usability and broad rider accessibility rather than aggressive sport performance. The model will launch in China in spring 2026, followed by the CB400 Super Sport for Europe, reinforcing Honda's dual-capacity strategy aimed at different licensing markets. All of this increases pressure on Yamaha to respond, and the rumored XSR400 could be that response. Fueling the fire further, Honda also unveiled the new CBR500R4, a fared sport bike sharing the same new inline-four engine. With its sharp bodywork inspired by Honda's Asian market CBR series, clip-on handlebars, and premium KYB suspension, the CBR500R4 broadens Honda's four-cylinder revival into the sports segment. A rumored CBR400R4 for Japan and Europe only strengthens the possibility of a full 400 to 500 cubic centimeters four-cylinder family, something Yamaha must consider as competition tightens. Meanwhile, Kawasaki is reportedly preparing an aggressive counterattack. Rumors of a four-cylinder Kawasaki Z400RS, inspired by the legendary Z400FX and more recently the Z900RS, have intensified dramatically. Based on concept renders and insider chatter, the Z400RS is expected to blend classic Z styling with modern electronics, round LED lighting, and a retro-modern instrument cluster. This bike directly targets Honda's retro revival, and by extension, any potential Yamaha entry. What makes the Z400RS rumor particularly compelling is its alleged mechanical foundation. If the bike truly shares its base with the screaming Ninja ZX4R, Kawasaki could effectively create the sportiest retro 400 ever built. A naked bike with a high-revving inline-four platform would redefine performance expectations in the 400 cubic centimeters class, leaving Yamaha little choice but to respond if it intends to remain competitive in the neo-retro market. Kawasaki's heritage in the 400 cubic centimeters retro class only amplifies the buzz. From the 1979 Z400FX to the 1989 Zephyr, the company has a strong legacy of charismatic four-cylinder middleweights. The rumored Z400RS would tap into this history while pairing modern engineering with familiar fireball and candy-tone retro color schemes. Should Kawasaki launch this machine, it would create a three-way battle: Honda versus Kawasaki versus Yamaha, in a segment that has long been dormant. In the midst of this escalating rivalry, Yamaha's rumored XSR400 begins to look less like speculation and more like an inevitable strategic move. A 400 cubic centimeters model would fill the XSR gap perfectly, especially in licensing-regulated markets such as Japan and Europe, where a 399 cubic centimeters neoclassical roadster could become a bestseller. Whether Yamaha would pursue a parallel twin like the MT-03 or develop a fresh four-cylinder platform remains unknown, but industry expectations lean toward a new twin rather than an expensive inline-four. Ultimately, the rumored XSR400 represents Yamaha's opportunity to re-enter a resurging battleground that may define the future of the retro middleweight class. With Honda pushing aggressively into the inline-four 400 to 500 cubic centimeters space and Kawasaki preparing a nostalgic but high-performance Z400RS, Yamaha faces critical timing. If the company wants to maintain parity in the heritage segment, the XSR400 could be the next headline-grabbing motorcycle, possibly arriving sooner than expected as the 400 cubic centimeters wars threaten to heat up once again.